Getting hit with an objection and not knowing how to handle it or overcome it can be one of the most uncomfortable situations that a salesperson can go through. And it's typically death to the sale, or you almost got to give the vehicle away just for you to be able to earn their business. Until right now, I'm Brian Maxwell, and in this video, we're going to address how you can handle objections using two techniques. One is called deflecting and the other is called looping. Now, once you apply this technique and you get this concept down that I'm talking about, what you'll find is that when you're dealing with customers, you'll be looking forward to the fact that they hit you with an objection, because you realize this one thing is that the game starts when you get your first objection. When you get that first objection, that's when it's time to roll up the sleeves and it's time to go to work. So let's get into it. There are typically 5 common objections, and I recently did a video on this, and the 5 are: want to think about it, shop around, talk to my spouse, the price is too high, or I want more for my trade. Now, there may be a couple of other ones that can come in there, but if you really look at them, they're nothing more than just a different variation of one of those 5. And with there only being 5 common, it still amazes me how 99% of salespeople are not prepared to be able to handle that. Or if they are attempting to overcome the objection, they're addressing the objection as if it is the issue, when in reality, it is not. Remember this one fact, which is that 95% of the people that do come into your dealership and that hit you with an objection, that objection is nothing more than a smoke screen. What that means is they throw it up in the air, and due to their historical experiences, the average salesperson is unable to handle it or overcome the objection, and they'll either talk themselves out of a sale, they'll offend the customer and get them to leave, or, like I said lastly, they struggle being able to build value because they never address the real issue, and they pretty much have to give the vehicle away. And I don't know about you, but it sucks to spend 3, 4, 5 hours with a guest to realize that you're getting a $100 mini on it after you've done everything possible to be able to help this person. So let's address that real fast. So, deflecting. So let's just say you're following the steps in the How to Dominate at the Dealership automotive sales training program, which is really the A to Z automotive sales strategy to really take you straight down the line from A to Z. So if you've applied everything from, when you bring them in, to the questions you ask when you're sitting them down, when you're going through your qualifying process, and as opposed to qualifying, what we're doing is we're gathering intelligence. It's intelligence gathering. That's what it is. Because rapport is something that we start the moment that we lock eyes with this person. But an intelligence gathering is something that we do the entire time of the process. So if you're following the steps, you got them there, you're gathering the intelligence, you've done an awesome job with that. They're opening up to you. Y'all are speaking. You go out on your demonstration drive. That's amazing. You come back. You give them a tour of the service department. You introduce them to the advisors. You're following all the steps in the How to Dominate a Dealership process. You sit them down. You start going over the numbers, and then guess what? Bam! Out of nowhere, they hit you with an objection like, "I want to think about it." Okay. Now, whenever someone comes up with that initial objection, remember, it's game on. But also remember that that is nothing more than a smoke screen. How many times have you been involved with a customer where they say, "Want to think about it"? You was able to address that. Then they say they want to talk to the spouse. Then you were able to address that. Then they say the price is high. Then you have to address that. Then they go to the trade. And so you're like, good grief. No matter what they say, I keep trying to, help these people out and answering their questions, but it seems like they keep coming up with some other excuse on why they shouldn't do it. And it's not that they're coming up with another excuse. The issue is that the real objection, the real issue was never addressed. So let's talk about how to get the real issue out of your customer without being offensive, without talking yourself out of the deal, and really coming from a place of actual caring about helping this person make a smart, safe buying decision. So when they tell you that they want to think about it, if they say the price is too high, if they say they want more for the trade, or if they say they want to talk to their spouse to shop around, the way you initially handle that is through deflection. Now, what deflection is, it's a way of acknowledging what it is that they said, but realizing that that is not the true issue, and then moving on to proceed to try to draw it out. So when they say, "Hey, listen, man, I appreciate everything, but I really want to think about it." "Hey, Bill, I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. Does it sound like the benefits of this vehicle will be good for you and for your family? Do you like the benefits? Do you like the idea of what these benefits can do for you and your family?" Now, if you followed the steps and you've done everything that the Dominated the Dealership online training program teaches you, at this point, over 90% of the people will say, well, yes, I feel like these benefits will help, or yes, I like the idea of what this vehicle can do for my family and I. And the way you proceed from that is you say, exactly. Now, Bill, this is an awesome opportunity for you and for your family to start enjoying all of the benefits that this vehicle can bring to you, just like it's doing for so many other people that drive this exact same vehicle. Such as, and then you want to go into 3 benefits, just 3. Anything more than 3 is overkill, okay? It'll be difficult for them to compute it. But you want to give them at least 3 benefits, not the specific feature, but the benefits. And here's an example. If someone does have children and you know that safety is important to them and the vehicle has an adaptive cruise control on it. So, you say, hey, listen, I hear what you're saying, Bill, but, does the benefits of this vehicle sound like they'll help you and your family? Do you like the idea of what these benefits and what this safety protection can do for you and for your family? Well, yeah. Exactly. Now, Bill, this is an awesome opportunity for you and your family to start enjoying all of the benefits that this vehicle will bring you, just like it's doing so many other people that have come in and drove home in the exact same thing. And an example of that is like, safety is important to you, so the vehicle have an adaptive cruise control. And what that means is that if one of the kids are screaming in the back, you drop your phone by mistake, or you're doing the no-no and you're texting while you're driving, but you take your eyes off the road for a split second, you got the cruise control on. What it'll do is when you get too close to that vehicle, the adaptive cruise control will actually slow the vehicle down, allow you to be able to regain your composure. And then once you either get around that person or they speed up, the adaptive cruise control will accelerate you back to the speed that you were driving at without you having to put your foot on the gas at all. So it's just one of those things that makes it, a much higher probability of you and your family being able to get home in one piece. And at the end of the day, I'm sure that's important to you, isn't it? So you want to make sure that you're touching on the benefits. So when you ask them if they like the idea and whatnot, and they say, well, yeah, I do. Exactly. This is an awesome opportunity or an excellent opportunity or an amazing opportunity for you and your family to start enjoying all of the benefits that this vehicle is not just will bring you, but it's bringing to every other one of my customers that's driving the exact same thing. And, and here's a few of them. And then you want to touch on 3. Now, after you touch on those 3 benefits, you want to go into then how easy it is for them to start enjoying it right away. So you've gone through you told them exactly, it's an excellent opportunity, to start enjoying the value and the benefits this vehicle bring you, just like it's doing a lot of my other customers who are driving the exact same one. Such as, then you go into the benefits, okay? Then after that, and you want to let them know. And Bill, in order for you all to start enjoying it, immediately, it's very simple. All we have to do is we're going to step in and you're going to speak with the business manager for a little bit. They're going to go over some of the particulars, make sure you fully understand everything that's going on. Once that's done, I'm going to make sure your phones are all paired up. I'll take care of all that for you. I would like to go over the owner's manual with you, and we'll do another quick walk check to make sure that the vehicle is looking shine, prime, and ready to roll for you all to start enjoying it right away, okay? Does that sound good to you? Or does that sound fair enough? All right? So once you go ahead and you want to deflect the initial objection, okay, the smoke screen, and just make sure, and when you say, listen, I hear what you're saying, it's just letting them know, hey, I acknowledge. And then it's kind of like implying, other than the money, do you like the way it sounds? Do you like the idea? Then once they say, yeah, let them know, hey, it's awesome. And you can start enjoying all the benefits and then roll through 3 of the benefits. And then after that, let them know how easy it is to get started. And then once that's done, just ask them, hey, does that sound good? Does that sound fair enough? And once they say yes, don't waste any time. Immediately jump right over and doggone it, get that paperwork done. If for some chance you get that 5%, that one of those people in that 5% group, that when you say, do you like it? They say no. Obviously what that means is you need to go back to square one. Okay. But this is all laid out. Listen and understand something. The steps in the online automotive sales training program by far are bringing some of the most explosive results and are drastically launching people's sales results and doubling their commissions, within the same month. If you are finding yourself at your dealership struggling at times, if you are looking for a way for you to be able to convert more customers, close more deals, and stop getting all these minis, imagine what you'd feel like if you were earning 10 grand a month. Imagine what it feels like to get those plaques or be one of the top on the sales board because you are putting up 15, 20, 25 units a month. Imagine what it feels like to know that you can send your kids to any school you like. You can take your spouse to any restaurant you'd like to whenever you feel like it. All because you took the time to perfect or drastically improve your ability to help guests make a smart, safe buying decision at your dealership. If you're looking to feel more confident, if you're looking to perform like a boss, if you're looking for ways for you to be able to streamline everything to where you can capitalize on the time that you're at your dealership and make it worth your while, I highly encourage you to click that link in the description, because what's available to you right now is the ultimate online automotive sales training program. All of the videos and audios are accessible online digitally. You can download them to your phone. You can download them to your laptop if you like. Or you can stream, and you can stream it through your vehicle and listen to them on your Bluetooth. Now, if you act today, because this offer that I'm making available, there are people all around the world who've attended seminars of mine and invested $1,000 in this program. But available to you right now is, I want to do what I can to give you the opportunity to make sure this Christmas is as bright as possible. This Thanksgiving is phenomenal, and you have it right here at your fingertips. When you click that link and go over and you decide to get started, not only will you get the How to Dominate at the Dealership 3-hour audio and video sales training program included with the digital manual that you could download to your phone and have right there with you, where you'll never get stomped again. If you act right now today, what I'm going to make available to you is the How to Drive Facebook Leads. That is 3 hours of social media sales training, because social selling is the new wave. And if you're not online selling, you're dying. Okay. Most people don't even hardly watch TV anymore. Everything is on our phones. And so if you want to learn how you can turn your connections, your contacts, or even people that are on social media looking for what it is that you have, you want to start driving them to your social media page, driving them to start DMing you, or driving them to calling you and setting up appointments to come in there and do business with you. When you act today, you get access to How to Drive Facebook Leads, which comes complete with the training manual, over 3 hours of audio and video. And also included in that, you get the checklist to make sure that every step along the way, I'm right there with you. And you also get what's called the mind map. And what the mind map does, it actually lays out every step, why you're doing it, and what the results will be. It's an awesome tool to really help you catapult your sales to a whole nother level. But also, when you act today, you also won't get the online traffic surge, which teaches you how to use Instagram, Snapchat. These social media outlets are revolutionary in a way that they are really, where you can put your name, put your information, and what it is you offer out there. You have to think about it like this. Everybody out here is driving, and they bought those vehicles somewhere. And guess what? From now on, they're going to do it from you. And when you act today, you get access to that program. But that's not all. When you act today, you also get the 100 success tips. And that is 10 videos of the most effective success tips used by men and women that are earning $100,000, $500,000, $1 million a year. And now you have it. And the benefit of that is, if you have children, imagine how much more empowered your children will be when you let them listen to something as impactful as this. Imagine what it'll do for your spouse if you all, as opposed to watching a Netflix movie or listening to certain music, you all can put on one of the videos, just one, and listen to it and hear how heavily these techniques have influenced the success of millions of men and women all around the country. But also on top of that, when you act today, you also get access to How to Dominate YouTube. You get to learn how to create your channel and drive people to your channel. The same way you're sitting here listening and watching this video, I'll show you how to do that. And then on top of that, when you act today, immediately, you will also have access to the Platinum Inner Circle Mastermind group with myself. And this is where we work on a one-on-one basis with other highly successful men and women in the automotive industry. And we really help you take The information, the audios, the videos, the training manuals, we take that with the objectives and the goals you have, we mix it together, and guess what? We produce a successful sales professional, which means that if your objective is to get to selling 15 to 20 units a month, I'm going to take you by the hand and get you there. If your objective is to make $10,000 a month, I'm going to take you by the hand and I'm going to guide you there. If your desire is to be able to just move up and get promotions, move to another department, I'm going to take you by the hand and we're going to get you there. At the end of the day, everything boils down to just taking action. And this program has been available to people all around the world for $1,000. And I'm going to give it to you, literally for pennies on the dollar. And it will absolutely blow your mind just how phenomenal this opportunity is for you to transform and transition your life. Imagine sitting at the table for Christmas and your family gathered around you because you just earned $10,000 in the previous month. What would that do for your bills? What would that do for your household? Well, guess what? You have the opportunity to enjoy it right now. Click that link in the description, go on over. And once you go ahead and you register to get started, you'll have immediate access to the programs. A guy named Steven Staples out of Chicago, Illinois, last week downloaded the program, listened to just the first audio. His very first customer at his Toyota store, guess what? Knocked him, he closed the deal, earned $3,000 on the front on that deal, strictly by the one audio. And you can do that, if not even more. So click the link in the description, go on over, get started. I invite and encourage you to join us on this journey down the pathway to prosperity. So I'm Brian Maxwell. Click that link in the description, go on over. It will absolutely blow your mind and you will kick yourself next year if you say, good grief, I had an opportunity working at my dealership where I could have made $100,000 a year, if not more, without a college degree. All I had to do was learn the right way to do this thing. And I let it slip through my fingers. Literally, just for pennies on the dollar. One small step, one small action will feed you and give you benefits for the rest of your life. And you know the old saying, if you catch a fish for a person, they'll eat for a day. But you teach them to fish, they'll eat for the rest of their life. Well, I'm teaching you how to fish. So click that link in the description. Come on over, join me and get started. But other than that, remember, when it comes to handling objections, the first thing you want to do is to deflect by acknowledging and then making sure it makes sense and that they do like and agree with the benefits of it. Secondly, reinforce their decision when they say yes, they do agree. Let them know how great the opportunity is. Let them know how they can enjoy the value and the benefits as much, if not more, than your other customers who are driving the same vehicle, and then give them 3 of the benefits. Next, let them know just how easy it is, how simple it is for them to get started with it. And then after that, remember, just to ask for the order again. And if you're following the steps in the sales training program, I assure you, when you get to this point, 9.5 out of 10 people will see the benefit, will agree, and you'll be able to move forward. So I'm Brian Maxwell. Thank you for listening. I look forward to seeing you at the dealership. Over and out.